welcome back. We are at item number 6, business, action, and information. And we're at 6.01, approval of waiver. And I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Minson to give a brief explanation of this agenda item.
Good evening, thanks so much. Under previous school board policy, I represented the superintendent in contract negotiations, and the school board was represented by outside counsel. With the adoption of policy BCG in February 2022, I now represent the school board, and Dr. Noonan, or the superintendent, is represented by outside counsel. Because of the previous representation, Ms. Heaney, counsel for Dr. Noonan, and I think it's appropriate for both Dr. Noonan and the board to sign a waiver of conflict of interest, which is what is before the board this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If I could, and I know that the board's been briefed on this, I don't think we have any questions. If I could have a motion to approve the waiver. Yes, Ms. Silverman.
I move that the school board authorize the school board chair to sign the waiver explained by counsel in closed session.
Thank you. Could I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Great, motion carries. And we're now at 6.02. Approval of superintendent's contract, and this is quite an honor to be talking about this evening, and we're just very, very pleased that we were able to come into an agreement with Dr. Noonan on a contract that's going to keep him here through 2027, based on a vote, which I'm sure that vote is going to go along those lines. I did want to, before we go, I just wanted to thank Ms. Minson for your work. You really made this, they're not so new anymore, but we still have several members who have not been through this process before. And you really, and then just two of us who have. And so you really held our hands through this whole process. Really worked so diligently with counsel along with Dr. Noonan, sort of communicating back and forth. And I know I'm sure I speak for the board when I say that it just made the process very painless, and I feel that we were able to really hit a nice compromise with Dr. Noonan on many different items. So just thank you very much. You really really represented us so well. We could not be more pleased. And Dr. Noonan, speaking of being pleased, we are just thrilled that we're going to be able to have you here leading Hollister City Public Schools for another 4 years. I know we just came out of closed session with your evaluation, and as someone this is my 4th year, and I know it's good for Dr. Dimmick down there as well. It's just been a pleasure being on the board, working with you, and I know our newer members also, in our closed, had great things, great accolades, and many compliments on your performance. And just, you're one of the few superintendents around that was here before COVID and still standing. And, we're just really excited to see what the next 4 years brings for this school system. And we know it's going to be great things with you at the helm. So thank you very much. I'd like to have someone read this motion to approve the superintendent's contract, please. Yes, Ms. Tyson.
I move that the board, with the concurrence of the superintendent, reappoint Dr. Noonan as superintendent of the Falls Church City Public Schools to a new 4-year term beginning July 1st, 2023 and ending June 30th, 2027, and authorize the chair to execute on behalf of the board an agreed-upon contract for such reappointment, and that the current superintendent's contract, which has a term from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, will become null and void effective July 1st, 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Tyson. Could I have a second? Yes, thank you, Ms. Silverman. All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
All those opposed say no? Thank you. The motion carries. We have a round of applause. Please.
I don't miss many opportunities to say a few things. I won't drone on and on, but I'm humbled and I'm grateful and I'm honored to be able to serve this community. As you know, like many of you, we moved here for the schools. And moving here 2 years ago and having an opportunity for our daughter to ultimately graduate from Meridian High School in the system that I get to be a part of is extremely rewarding for me personally. It also invests me in a way that I think is remarkably different than some other school divisions around, and I'm really thankful for your support. I would be remiss if I didn't say that the leadership of the school system is a team sport. The people that are sitting here at the table with me are greatly responsible for the many great things that have happened in the school system in the last 7 years or 6 years since I've been here. And I want to send just a thanks to them for your incredible support. They are what makes work fun, because I get to work with some of the greatest minds in education day in and day out. And as a consequence of that, when my feet hit the ground, I come running to work. So the idea of being able to be here for 4 more years is, again, just an honor, and I'm humbled and super grateful to all of you. I look forward to the next 4 years. We have a few new board members that are going to be joining, or 2 new board members that will be joining us in this coming November. And the team sport extends beyond just this team, and it's the team of the board, along with the superintendent and our staff, that really make this place go. So look forward to working together now and in the future. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Noonan. It's been a pleasure, and I know that Dr. Dimick and I are going to enjoy our last half a year or so on the school board and working with our colleagues. It's been great ride, Dr. Dimick. And thank you again, Dr. Noonan, for agreeing really to lead this great system for the next 4 years. And I can't wait to watch from the sidelines and see what you and the school board and your amazing staff here and the teachers, what you all accomplish over the next 4 years. Okay, we're going to move on now to 7.01, school board meeting schedule. And this was posted to board docs previously, and this is just to give everyone sort of a lay of the land, and this will be a living document, so to say. It'll be changing and being updated as things move around. But it would give our board members and maybe even Dr. Noonan, we put this and even just to say it's a draft, but maybe we would put this on our website so the community can see what are things that are on the docket. One thing I wanted to point out is, on November, traditionally the past 2 years, that second November work session has fallen the week of Thanksgiving. And so this year it doesn't, it actually falls the next week. And so in the past we'd always canceled that work session. So this year, even though this is no work session, we agreed that we're going to go ahead and leave it as it is. We're gonna put a hold on it, because as we're talking about early release, the subjects of early release and start times, we may need that November meeting if we're still not clear on what the consensus is of everyone. So if you all can just put that on hold, if we don't need it, we don't need to meet, but we might need it. So just put that on hold. Did anyone have any questions on this? Yes, Dr. Ortiz. Or comments, questions, or comments?
So a couple things. One is I really want to note that for those of us who lived through the meeting a couple weeks ago, you've pulled some of the recognitions of some of the items from June up into May, which makes a lot of sense. And then if there's further athletic or other accomplishments, we can acknowledge those obviously at the appropriate time, or in June as well. One thing that I'd like that probably is not here is a winter athletics recognition, and we kind of wrap that in with the spring sports, but winter sports are terrific too, and so maybe we can slot that into the April meeting. So that's just a suggestion there. Another one is the spotlights. And an area that I'd really like to see spotlighted, and this is, kind of depends on whether or not Mr. Brett, Dr. Noonan, and the team had time to go through this, is I'd like to see the librarians and the library spotlighted sometime this year. I think they're tremendously important in both the physical as well as the digital collections, as well as other libraries too. I think that's just a tremendously important part of what makes schools really special. Like every time we have a meeting in the reading library, I'm just so happy to be there. And so it would be, and then there's you could do it alongside the book sale that occurs at Oak Street, which is so terrific. So, it doesn't mean that I'm not mandating it, but just suggesting that would be a really great spotlight to have. So there was something else that I was thinking of, but, I'll talk to you some other time about it. We'll get to that when the time comes.
That's great feedback, thank you. Yeah, go please.
Yeah, I just, thanks. I just wanted to make a comment that these months that are very, very light, particularly the work sessions, those, we've yet to not fill them up. So I do want you to know that although there may not be anything slotted in there right now, we have a really good skill of adding things as we go. And that's not to say that we're wanting to always do that, but just so you know that there are those spots that are available. But sort of to Ms. Tice's point last meeting, she was saying it would be nice to know whether some of the big things come up. And so my hope is that this provides you with some overview of where some of the big things come up. And one in particular is like in August, we have a safety and security and student behavior work session in August slated. So that's typically where we do those kinds of things. You'll see, for example, well, you'll see policies on everyone, but I'll do an opening of the school report in September. We'll do other things, but I guess the point is that we tend to fill these up, and it's always at the request of the board, and sometimes we feel like we want to bring things to you too, and so between the combination of the two of us, we always tend to make these full meetings. So, but thank you, Dr. Ortiz, for your feedback. I agree. We should probably add something for winter athletics at some point, 2 or 3 seasons sport or 3 seasons sport recognition.
I have one more.
Yes.
Along the lines of the work session, I really appreciated the really detailed report on the quality survey, which was terrific, and then identified a few areas for improvement. Sometime, an update on where we are in terms of addressing those recommendations would be useful as well. Again, not setting the timeline for that. There's a lot of stuff on the agenda and a lot of stuff to think, but that's something that we're all excited to see where it's going and to help you with too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're sort of setting the stage for the coming year, and one of the areas of emphasis for us this year, this past year, the area of emphasis for us as part of the strategic plan. Not to suggest that we weren't doing anything, because we were working through each of the areas of the strategic plan that had outcomes aligned to it. But we did spend a lot of time in the specific area of investing in our people, and so you were integral in that, right? Looking at the pay and the salary study that we did, including additional pay for folks that are out for family leave, looking at changing the payout system for sick leave and the like. This next year, one of our big area of emphasis will be on wellness, equity, and belonging, and I think that those tie to that survey really nicely too, so you'll see some of that sort of play out as well, and I'm looking forward to really digging in and talking about wellness, equity, and belonging in the system, because I will just share with you my personal take on this is we worked really hard the last 2 years to get our kids back and to get our schools running again and making sure that construction's happening. And I think in some ways we have an opportunity now to re-level set around what our expectations are in the classroom, outside of the classroom, and with everybody through the system. And so you'll see that smattered throughout the work sessions as well. But thank you. It'll tie right into some of that information.
Yes, Ms. Tice.
I was just going to say thank you for this. This is exactly what I was hoping to be able to see. I want to print it out. I know it's a living document, but I want to print it out and just put it front and center because it's really helpful to just sort of understand the pacing of the year. So thank you.
Yeah, yes, thank you to Dr. Noonan and Ms. Goodell. I know had a big role in this, developing this document. I will say one of the things that our big, I guess, this discussion this fall will be on looking at school start times for the secondaries and then early release Wednesdays for the elementary schools. And so thanks to Dr. Anderson, he got us started on a document to sort of lay out a timeline for that process. And so Vice Chair Gould and I have looked at that. We've given it to Dr. Noonan, he'll look at that, and then we'll give it all to you and to get your feedback. And then once everyone feels good about that document, we'll discuss that at our August 8th meeting, and that will sort of lay out for the community how this is going to work for the fall to discuss these two items. So more to come on that.
And that document, just to clarify, the document will talk about what are the issues, what are some of the options, why are we doing this? It gives a little more context for this process, and I think it also creates a timeline of sorts, so we can show the community that we're taking the right steps on this and going and trying to get as much feedback. We'll identify all the different points of feedback as well.
Right, that's right.
Anyone else have any comments or questions? Yes, Dr. Dunn.
I know that I'm a broken record on this, but I saw Weldon Cooper. The demography study, is there any hope for it, in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that we are all in on the demography study. I think we're waiting. Chris or Ms. Michael, do you have an update in terms of hiring?
So our partners at the general government have been taking the lead and gathering proposals, net proposals from a number of different demographers. So they're currently in the process of doing some interviews and gathering some additional questions. So I am super hopeful that we'll have an update for the board on who was selected and kind of what that scope of work is.
Thank you, Ms. Whitmore.
Other questions?
So this is something that we'll keep updating and reviewing and that sort of thing. So just keep Dr. Newman and us and Vice Chair Gould and I and Ms. Goodell, just keep us in the loop as if there's names you want to add, or you feel like, as Dr. was pointing, maybe it's better that we pull something out and move it there. I think none of us anticipate our last meeting would go as long as it. So photo ops take a long time. So so that's great. But thank you again, Ms. Goodell, for your work on this, and Dr. Newman for your work on this. Okay, we're going to move on. I guess that's it then. Before we adjourn, any other comments, questions, feedback? Okay. Well, again, thank you to Ms. Minton for your work on Dr. Noonan's contract. Congratulations, Dr. Noonan. We're looking forward to a great 4 years, and we are adjourned.